Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about the new Consumer Protection Act 2019 which has been newly introduced in class 12th ISC syllabus. So let us discuss some of the key highlights of this new act. First one is it covers e-commerce transaction, which means now they have specifically mentioned about the buying of the goods, whether you are purchasing any goods offline or online, or if you are purchasing it through electronic means or tele shopping or any kind of a direct selling or multi-level marketing. Earlier act, that is Consumer Protection Act 1986, was not addressing about the e-commerce anything. New act they have specifically mentioned about the e-commerce, whatever the transaction has been done through electronic means, that is covered in the new act Consumer Protection, that is 2019. Second point is unfair trade practices. The new act introduced a specific broad definition of unfair trade practices, which also include sharing of personal information given by the consumer in confidence unless such disclosure is made in accordance with the provision of any other law. It means if any kind of unfair trade practices has been done by the seller or from the manufacturer side, then also action will be taken. Third point, which is introduced in Consumer Protection Act 2019, is establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority. That is, now new authority has been established in this new act by the name CCPA, that is Central Consumer Protection Authority. This new act proposed the establishment of regulatory authority known as the CCPA with wide powers of enforcement. The CCPA will have an investigation wing headed by a Director General which may conduct inquiry or investigation into consumer law violation. If suppose any kind of fraudulent activities or any kind of unfair trade practices has been, if it is introduced in from the seller side or from the manufacturer side, then CCPA has the power to take action against it. The CCPA has been granted wide powers to take suo motu actions, recall product. What type of actions they can do, they can take recall products, order reimbursement of the price of goods or services, cancel licenses, and file class action suit if a consumer complaint affect more than one individual. So there are several powers given to the CCPA which they can enforce or which they can
Next
use
point
for
is
the consumer
e-filing of
protection.
complaint.
The new act provides flexibility to the consumer to file complaint with the jurisdictional consumer forum located at the place of residence or work of the consumer. Earlier it was if you file any complaint against manufacturer, producer or seller, then you have to complain at the place of the manufacturer, that is where manufacturer resides. But now this new act says that where consumer resides or where the consumer's residence, the place, from that place only consumer can file a complaint. This is unlike the current practice of filing it at the place of purchase or where the seller has its registered office address. Now it is not necessary to go to the registered office address. Consumer can file a complaint from its own residence, that is where his residence, from that place only he can file a complaint. The new act also contains enabling provision for consumer to file complaint electronically and for hearing and or examining parties through video conferencing. Then also the second point they have included that if consumer face any inconvenience to physical present in the court or in the consumers where he has complained, then he can also opt for the video conferencing through electronically means. Also he can file his complaint, or for hearing he can, it is not necessary to be physically present for hearing, he can complain electronically and also through video conferencing. Next point is product liability and panel consequence. The new act has introduced the concept of product liability and bring within its scope the product manufacturer, product service provider and product seller for any claim for compensation. The term product seller is defined to include a person who is involved in placing the product for a commercial purpose and as such would include e-commerce platform as well. See, earlier, whatever the e-commerce platforms were used, such as Flipkart, Amazon, never compensate the consumers. They just say that they are only the platform which sell the product. So ultimately, it is the fault of the manufacturers, those who are producing the product. So therefore, they have never compensated to the customers. But now this new act has introduced that whether they are manufacturers or product service provider and also the product seller, they all are included and they all have to compensate the consumer if any problem occurs. So that is the new act says about the product liability and panel consequences. Then also it is written the defense that e-commerce platform merely act as a platform or aggregators will not be accepted. That means the same only, that now they are also liable to compensate to the consumers. Next point is penalties for misleading advertisement. The CCPA may impose a penalty of up to rupees 10 lakh on a manufacturer or an endorser for a false misleading advertisement. The CCPA may also sentence them to imprisonment for up to 2 years. And in case of subsequent offense, which means if it is repeated, if it is second time, then there will be a imprisonment. The fine may extend of rupees 50 lakh and also imprisonment of up to 5 years. The CCPA can also prohibit the endorser of a misleading advertisement from endorsing that particular product or service for a period of up to 1 year. And again, if it is repeated for a second time, then period of prohibition may extend to 3 years and also their license may cancel. So it is about the penalties which they have to impose or for misleading advertisement. That is, if it has been done first time, then there will be a 10 lakh rupees penalty as well as there can be a imprisonment for 2 years. But if it is repeated secondly, then 50 lakh rupees as a penalty and also there can be a imprisonment for up to 5 years. Next point is provision for alternate dispute resolution, which says that now new act provides for mediation as an alternate dispute resolution mechanism, making the process of dispute adjudication simpler and quicker. Which means now with every forum there are three forums: district forum, state forum or commission, and national forum or commission. Now with these three forum, their mediation has been attached with all these three forums, and these mediation, they are making the process of dispute adjudication simpler and quicker, means the problem can be sought out quick and also easier. This will help with the speedier resolution of dispute and reduce pressure on consumer courts who already have numerous cases pending before them. When the new act is all set to become the law, gone are the days where the consumer was asked to beware. A consumer is now the one who assumes to be treated like a king. Hence, it is important for consumer driven business such as retail, e-commerce, to be mindful of the changes in the legal landscape and have robust policies dealing with consumer redressal in place. Now consumers are treated as a king. Okay, so that is about the provision for alternate dispute resolution as well as about the consumers. That is alternate dispute resolution. Once again, let me clarify it. That is, with all the three forums, their own mediation has been attached. What does it means? That if suppose any kind of a dispute or conflict can be settled with the help of the third party, that is mediation, that can be handled outside, and no need to increase the pressure in the consumer courts or no need to increase the number of cases in the consumer courts, which can be handled outside. Now next one is enhancement of pecuniary jurisdiction. Now only we discuss about the three forums, that is district, state commission and national commission. Now see again, according to this new Consumer Protection Act 2019, revised pecuniary limits have been fixed under this new act. Accordingly, the district forum can now entertain consumer complaints where the value of goods or paid or services paid does not exceed in Indian rupee 10 million, that is 1 crore rupees. The state commission can entertain dispute where such value exceed 1 crore to 10 crore, and the National Commission can exercise jurisdiction where such value exceeds more than 10 crore, that is 100 million rupees. So that is about the three forum. Now they have revised the amount where consumers can file against any manufacturer, producer or producer service provider. Okay, so that is, these are the new implements which has been done in the Consumer Protection Act 2019. Hope everyone understood. And if any other point which you want me to discuss again, or any other topic which you want me to discuss, please comment it.